So we are only just a few hours away from reaching our port of call, our first stop on the leg of this trip, this destination being Cozumel, Mexico. And I'm looking forward to it. Mainly because I'm looking forward to get off this boat, okay? Because it's pretty smooth. I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of research to see if they have any newer cruise ships or if any other cruise lines have any other options where the boats may have those built-in stabilizers and gyros so that you don't feel the rocking. Although everything has worked out so far, we are getting ready to go to dinner, and that is in where we could potentially have a huge problem, because dinner is on the, I don't remember what floor. It's a higher floor than we are on. We're on 5. Dinner's on 7, 8, or 9. I can't remember. Maybe 10. I don't remember. But the higher you go up the ship, the more you'll feel the movement of the ocean, basically. And Michelle, although she's wearing C-bands, without a focal point outside of a window, things can get a little dicey, they get a little hairy. So we're going to see how this works out. Not to mention, see if they will allow me or deny me access in, because I'm not super dressy. I mean, I'm not going to go down the complete wardrobe and price tag here, but I feel as though they should let me in. But we've learned a lot here with Carnival so far, and a lot that we have learned is that they don't really tell you exactly what you need to know before you need to know it. And then when you ask questions to the staff, they have this unbelievably uncanny ability to not answer your questions. It's unreal. But either way, we're going to try to make this happen, and if we don't, then we're going to probably look a little overdressed for the buffet. That's neither here nor there. But the other thing that I've learned, or am learning, is how many people actually venture out and embark on these journeys alone, which has allowed us the ability to meet new people, but also meet people who haven't come alone. Or maybe they have, in a sense, where some people are here in large groups, large family groups or whatever, and we are, and they didn't. So anyway, we've got some single passengers as well as some single couples that we are going to ultimately connect with and hook up with when we get to Cozumel. Not hook up like that, but just hook up with when we get to Cozumel, and just, you know, kind of shoot the shit, for lack of better words. I don't think that would be something that I would want to do, which would be to take a cruise solo by myself. Although I wouldn't necessarily mind traveling by myself, but then I would prefer to travel by car. Maybe by air, but just on a cruise ship by myself, I don't know. I don't think that's really something that really interests me. Although you guys would be with me, and I could take you along, and we could share these experiences together through videos and uploaded content on the platform. I guess I should tell you about the platform, because I had a long, drawn-out chat with YouTube this morning about another warning that popped up on my channel in the back end on YouTube Studio Analytics this morning. And after about a 60-minute chat with YouTube tech support, they at least tried to answer the question. They didn't just waste my time and divert me to an email, follow-up email, but they didn't really answer the question either. So basically what they told me was, they said, well, Kevin, there are a few problems with some of the videos you have. Although we can't tell you what the exact problem is, nor which videos they are. So yeah, good luck with that. Anyway, again, this is not to discourage you from creating content on YouTube. It's just to kind of let you know how ridiculous some of their features and settings and AI is behaving, or are behaving, as they claim that they're working towards making it all better. Creator feedback, viewer feedback, and survey feedback as well. If I ever got the opportunity to sit down with any YouTube executive, I would definitely take them up on that opportunity, because I would be willing to bet that a lot of the decisions and changes that are made, or at least proposed to be implemented, without even running them through a test development environment, just going straight live with lots of bugs and kinks to work out, are done by people who don't use the platform in its intended purpose as a viewer and or creator. So I just don't get it. It's like when you get engineers who try to design vehicles and they're not car and truck people, what they end up making is something that is theoretically on paper, scientifically, what a vehicle should be, but it lacks the soul and it lacks the emotion that a vehicle should have. Now, I do want to share with you guys some information about the future of some of these vehicles being electric, EV, charging. Porsche has announced that they are working on a solid state battery that could potentially see an 800-mile range, which would be very exciting. I don't think that they'll ever introduce it anytime soon, and they will continuously implement stair-step range and battery capacity. So
there's another cruise ship over there.
There's another cruise ship.
Is that what that is? It looks like a cruise ship over there. Can you see it?
I see something. How did you spot that?
Because the boat's doing a lot of rocking, so I was looking out at the horizon to not vomit.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we are getting closer. We're really close. You switched your dress.
I did.
What did you do? I like that one. I like that one.
The other one I couldn't tell, so I just
So, I don't think that Porsche would actually, sorry for that interruption, I don't think that Porsche would actually introduce that 800-mile range capacity battery, because they would stair step you up from their current range to 400 to 450 to 500 and so on and so forth, to get every nickel and dime out of you on their road to 20, while also keeping their competition at bay. Now, if the competition rolled it out, that being Ford and Tesla more than likely, then maybe. But until then, I think they're going to take their sweet time. And, you know, also there's a possibility that when they do, your range would be based on how much you paid in options, or potentially paying in this ongoing monthly subscription and membership fee to have the range, which is crazy to think about. But this is the direction we're going. But with that, we're seeing Tesla lowering their prices, Tesla looking to find ways of lowering manufacturing costs, and Ford essentially really kind of knocking it out of the park when it comes to EV availability and pricing and consumer demand, and consumer, you know, like I said, the market's always right. So the market is going to dictate and determine just how strong the electric vehicle and EV market's going to be, as well as who's going to capture the most market share. And the market is clear that Rivian is not the answer. And yeah, so we'll see how that turns out, mainly because of the potential legal ramifications of direct-to-consumer sales that are probably going to orbit around these EV manufacturers, Tesla being one, but Ford probably looking to figure out a way to dip their toe in that water and differentiate their electric vehicle line from Ford Motor Company, to have that ability to push out the dealers and just sell directly to the consumer. But Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, I'm sure there will be more popping up here and there, but mainly from, you know, an investor standpoint and paying attention to what's happening in the market so that you are best prepared to structure your portfolio in a way that's going to maximize your potential upside and limit your possible downside. Now, this is important because we were talking about retirement, and then some comments came in about pensions and IRAs and other investment vehicles after I had my mom and my mother-in-law, Michelle, Squirrel Tribe's mom, on a video earlier today talking about retirement, Social Security, how long they worked, how early they started drawing and collecting Social Security, and also home ownership and when's the right time to buy and also where. Now, technically we're almost in Mexico, but eventually we will be back in Florida, we'll be back in Tampa, and ultimately we'll be back in Destin. And granted, there is talk of an influx of people leaving Florida and moving away to try to find more cost-effective, more affordable housing areas in this insane cost of living crisis that is, magnified and multiplied and intensified by this liquidity crunch and insolvency nightmare. But again, it all kind of ties in together because the companies that you work for, the companies that you invest in, the companies that you do business with will all have an impact on your employment, your wages, your income, and your expenses, as well as your investments and your ROI on these investments. And you got to really pay attention and look at them from a much broader perspective to be able to structure your portfolio, your diversity plan for security and cash flow. It's very important, which I want to discuss with you guys more. But as you saw, I believe that I am now lagging behind and dragging behind, and potentially may be the reason why we are going to be late here for dinner. So we can't let that happen because ultimately that won't work out very well for me. So until next time, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you real soon.